We will have an exam brief at exactly 7:30. Okay. So those students who are going for August exam brief is for them. Others just relax. Do not worry about that. For all of others and plus exam going students, I will do the revision of this book today. You like it? Yeah. You want to do next 1 hour revision of this book? Yeah. We'll finish this book. So once you receive this book, I always tell you that open the book. 50% people, they do not open the book. Okay. So they say just, sir, I have received the book. Okay. Have you opened it? Sir, I'm still waiting. Yeah. What are you waiting for? Don't wait for auspicious occasion. If you open the book, that occasion will become auspicious, right? Start from page 1. So page 1 is the letter to the student. The author has written to you. Okay. The author. So that builds a connect between you and the author. Start reading from page 1. Read it like a novel. Okay. Finish the book in 20 to 30 days. Read each and every page of this book. Okay. So each chapter of this book is a condition. So we do not call psychological condition, we call it emotional turbulence. So because when you say mental illness, psychological condition, psychiatry, all those, these are not friendly words. You want to be a friendly counselor. So that's why you're using the word emotional turbulence, right? Now, each chapter is each emotional turbulence. And each emotional turbulence is divided into 5 components. So what are those 5 components? Number 1, diagnostic symptom, right? Number 2, medicines and side effect. So when you're reading the book first time, skip medicine side effect, especially if you're not a doctor, because medicine side effect, these are the difficult part of the book, okay? And you don't need to remember it. I will tell you going ahead why you should know, but it is not asked in the exam also, okay? You should know as a counselor, but not necessary. Number 3 is how to talk to a client, how to have a conversation, how to do counseling with a client. Actually, it is given a conversation between client and counselor. What I do in my chambers, how I talk, it is there in the book, right? Number 4, what are the common questions a client will ask you, and what are the good answers you should give? Very important. You should not you cannot say in front of a client, okay, I will get back to you, I will check this. No. So what are the most common questions a particular emotional turbulent client will ask? For each conditions, I have given all those questions they asked commonly. And what are the good answers you should give? If a client asks you, is it necessary to take a medicine? The wrong answer is yes. Because you are giving answer in single word, wrong answer. You have to give the answer in a paragraph. You have to give the answer in a story. You have to explain to the client why sticking to your medication is important and how you as a counselor will help the client to wean off the medications, right? So you need to understand that concept, okay? And number 5 is what are the tips you should give to the client? 20 to 50 tips. These tips you should also apply in your life, right? So raise your hand if you're not combed your hair since 1 week. Raise your hand every morning you find it difficult to get up, okay? Raise your hand if every Monday, 1 day before Sunday evening, you say to your daughter or child or your husband or your wife that, oh my God, tomorrow is a Monday, I have to go to office. You know, what is your diagnosis? Yeah, not in this reaction button, not in this. We don't want you to identify, we know that, yes, you are hopeless and you take it so much proud being hopeless. So today, this fun game is you raise your hand like this, okay, right? I'm lowering all the hands. Yeah. So we don't want you to identify that you are so hopeless person. Yeah. Get up, get up. Okay. So you should know that you are that part. So you should know what is your diagnosis. Okay. So most likely diagnosis is, yeah. So that is a fun part. The problem with any psychology, when you read the psychologist as a subject, you will find that most of the conditions they are here. Okay. You will find that, oh my God, I'm experiencing this condition myself. Yeah. That's how psychology students work. Okay. And trust me, I tell you, okay, if it is not happening with you, it means you are not married. So 50% of the complaints will be there in you. Okay. All the good symptoms and all the bad diseases you will find in your spouse, except me. Okay. So all those people, those who are married, they will find that 50% conditions are there in your spouse. And those who are very protective mothers, they will find that almost 100% are there in their children. Yes. So you may end up diagnosing your husband as a schizophrenia, personality disorder, narcissistic personality, and you will end up diagnosing yourself as ADHD, autism, bipolar disorder, depression, something crazy things. Okay, and you will end up your diagnosing your children as all the diseases you choose. So in the introduction, I have said you do not do that. Okay, so the diagnostic things in psychology book is for fun or for identifying what are the clients. So do not self-diagnose. Yeah. So if you are OCD for sure, then utilize it for your growth. Right? You can do that. One of the session, if I take OCD, I will explain you. Okay. So the fifth component is what are the tips, 20 to 50 tips for each condition you give to the client. And there is a sixth component. Okay. The bonus component. What is that component? In every chapter, there is one single statement, a secret statement you tell the client so that the client comes back to you next time. Right? What is the definition of a successful counselor? Right? A successful counselor is one. The client wants to come to you again, wants to talk to you again to feel good. And once they go from you, they feel good. Okay. But because they are living their life, the life is so turbulent, they are always facing some emotional turbulence, and 90% problems they come from the marriage. 50% of your clients are already married like you, and they are feeling hopeless, they are doing a job, all those things. So they get emotional turbulence again and they come back to you. So what is that statement you should say to the client so that the client comes back to you again? So that is a sixth. To find out that sixth statement, you have to read the chapter that creates interest. Okay. So how many of you are reading the stories to your children? So there are stories integrated with each chapter. Yes. So these stories are to create your interest, to link it with that particular condition, right? And these stories you can read it to your children and or your students if you are a principal or a teacher, or you can read it. If you are a doctor, you can read it to your clients, okay, or if you're a psychologist. Yeah. So a good counselor is one who can integrate certain stories and drive the message, right? Have you noticed that when your parents talk, when they give or you talk, okay, as a parent, and you say instruction to the child will not listen to you. But if you integrate with a story, the child is like, yeah, I understood, right? So that's how the design of the book is there. And the book doesn't have the index. Yeah, some people told me they didn't book doesn't have index. So it means they have not read the book. They have read the first page, 5 pages, and they were trying to find where is the index. So I want to read the interesting chapter. So that is the reason I have removed the index from the beginning, hidden it somewhere else. I also do not know which page number it is hidden. So that to create the interest. Okay. Yes. Don't write the page numbers. Keep quiet. Okay. Don't discuss it. So allow other people also to read. So you try to find out what is next. Okay. Which chapter I'm going to read. This story is linked to which things. Okay. Oh, is it? Okay, good. I do not know that. Wait, I will check. At least in my edition, it is there. Page number 12 and 13 is there in my edition. Okay. So in airline industry and the hospitality industry, they don't have 13 number. Like, do you know, have you noticed that most of the airlines of the world, except Indigo, they don't have 13 row. Have you noticed? Yeah. Most of the hotels, they don't have 13th floor or room number 13. Most of the cruise ships, they don't have 13 floor or room number 13. In the hospital industry, they are very afraid of this date, 13. Yeah, 13 May, Friday, very dreadful. Yeah, but I'm not superstitious like that. I believe in karma. So page number 13 is there. Okay. Yes, it's there. Yeah. So it's nothing unlucky. It's about all. So just think, all those people born on 13 May, they are hopeless and gone people? No. I know one of the very successful doctor, 13 May, and he was born on Friday, 13 May. Okay. So yeah, you live on 13th floor, still alive, and you are one of the most cheerful person I have seen, Nitu. Yeah. And your husband is still happy. Oh, what did I say? Okay. It means that you are so nice that your husband is happy despite living on 13, born on 13. Wow, that's great. Yeah. Okay, great. Nothing wrong in that. Oh, so many people born on 13 and still alive, still enjoying their life, and still other people surrounding them are good. Great, great. I will remember that. Okay. So now, okay, you don't need to be fighter, my dear. Just relax, live a life. Okay. So if you say you are a fighter, it means you are fighting with your own self. Stop fighting. Just relax. Live your life. Focus on living. Yeah. Yeah. It's there very easily found. Relax, relax. If anyone by mistake has not received the book, then you drop me a WhatsApp separately. This group may not be able to help you. Okay. You can drop WhatsApp right now also. My assistant will check it. Don't worry. Okay. So one of the most important, or I think most important, what do you say, quality of a good counselor. Write down everyone. What do you think? Whatever you think. Hey, all students, stop. Don't Dr. Jamshid like so immediately start typing. Hey, just relax. Huh? Okay. So not the old students, the new students, they will write. What is the most important quality of a counselor? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's great. That's great. Mhm. Just smile. Wow. I like that. Smile is the most important criteria. Okay. If you listen to them, if you empathize, if you understand, if you are trustworthy, all thing is useless unless you have a smile on your heart, face. And the smile on your face comes from happiness in your heart. Okay. And happiness in your heart comes from filling the blank, whatever you can do. Okay. That's good. So the chapter is generalized anxiety disorder. So good, good, that's good, very good. So everyone has their own trait. They try to portray it as the best quality. That's good, right? So always remember when you're managing a client, who's your number one priority? Everyone write down what is your number one priority when you are managing emotionally turbulent client or psychology clients. Very good. Own self. Own self is the number one priority. You don't want to manage a client who makes you insane. So do not forget to maintain your own sanity. Okay. Do not allow the client to invade your boundary. Always set the timing. This is my time for call. This is my time for WhatsApp. You will not WhatsApp me after this time, even if you are emergency. If you are emergency, go to your hospital, right? So I always write this message to my students. Very good. I mean, student, yes, and the clients both. Okay. Nowadays, my clients. So one of the counselors, she will talk to the client first, then she gives instruction, then comes to me. So nowadays, clients don't have direct phone number. Comfort level of client, yeah. So first is comfort level of the counselor, actually. So there are chapters: generalized anxiety disorder, PTSD, minor depression, major depression, ADHD, ADHD in adult, ADHD in child, ADHD in adolescent. Okay. Autism, bipolar disorder, eating disorders, sleep disorders, hopelessness. Right. Most of the common personality disorders and eating disorders. Okay. So most of the common psychological, emotional turbulence, psychological conditions are covered in this book. And what you should do with the client, what you should talk with the client is there. Okay. So you focus on this. When you are doing all now, stop writing. Okay. Stop wondering. Stop playing with your mobile. Yeah. Focus now. When you are reading the book first time, okay, read it like a novel. This book may look big, but it is not. Okay. Because once you start reading the book from page one, you develop a connect with the author and you get addicted to the book. The style of the writing is like that. You find more interesting. You want to gain knowledge. You become thirsty for knowledge, right? So utilize that early thirst for finishing the book early. Finish the book in 20 to 30 days. During first reading, you may not understand. You may get confused. Okay. You may not remember. Okay. No problem. It is expected. Okay. Even doctors, when we read psychology counseling, we get confused. Same symptom is in every condition. Same symptom is present in husband, wife, and children, everyone, right? Whom to diagnose? Counselor also. It is expected, don't worry. Read it like a novel without trying to understand, without tick mark, without making notes, without trying to remember. Okay. So that you get comfortable with the terminologies. Okay. By the time you finish the book first time, you get glimpse of overall what is psychology counseling, how you actually talk to the client, right? There are many things that overlap, right? And you become comfortable, right? Second reading you can go through. Okay. Those who have parent-child, the child component in them, in syllabus, so they will have one more book. So that is the second book you should read. Don't read that book in the beginning. Okay. Keep yourself a little thirsty for that book. Okay. Finish this book first. Okay. Those who have taken single course, they like some of you might have taken only psychology counseling, but you want to add child and adolescent counseling also, right? So you don't need to pay full amount for child and adolescent counseling then. You can pay only 10,000 more and you can add this. Okay. If you are taking child and adolescent counseling, and if you want second certificate of psychology counseling, that option is also there. You can WhatsApp me and I will send you the link for adding those. So you get two separate certificates. One is psychology counseling and one is child and adolescent counseling. I'm not talking of fellowship. Fellowship is a separate program. We evaluate, this is a practice. Okay. Those who are practitioners or those who are going for further education abroad, and they don't come from relevant background. So you may need some bridge course to apply for masters abroad. So that time you will do fellowship. Okay. Otherwise, 6 months is sufficient for most of you. Right. So if you wish to add both the certificates, you can WhatsApp me. I will help you with that. Right. So we have come for GAD is a big chapter, generalized anxiety disorder, and 90% of people they face GAD at some point of their time, or at least anxiety, right? Or the stress. So that is the most common emotional turbulence, right, in the world. So if you have faced it, so don't worry, you are not abnormal. Everyone has gone through that, right? Then comes ADHD, adult, child, adolescent, all that, and all the things. Okay. Questions? Anyone has questions till now? Exam, please remember this was not exam brief. So we will take exam related questions at 7:30. Asking exam questions right now, not allowed. I will explain on the call, my dear. Okay. Fellowship. So anyways, we take only 15 students for fellowship, right? Typically practitioners and all those. Given a link. Which link, dear? Shelja, please WhatsApp me separately. See, if the some question is related to you and me, it's better you WhatsApp me separately. If the question you are going to ask is going to benefit all these students, then you can ask here. Okay. Okay. If you have psychology counseling, you get one book. If you have child and parent, child and adolescent counseling or masterclass school child parent counseling course, then you get two books total, right? One is this book, and second is the child and parent book. Okay. One of the very interesting thing, okay, if any question is related to book or there is a confusion, so if some question is related to you and me discussion, my dear, please WhatsApp me. Okay. So in this platform, you have to understand, you have to grow to a maturity level that you will ask a question that will benefit all 200 students. Okay. Ah, nice. I like Dr. Parvati very much. She knows how to catch, how to engage someone. Very good. So I will show you my dizzy. Okay, it's kept inside. I will play one time in one of the class. I will play my dizzy. Yeah, very good. Yes. Okay. Next Monday, I think next Monday also I'm going to take. Oh, good. Okay, one of the interesting chapter is autism spectrum disorder. Right. This is a complex chapter, so I'm coming to that. Right. There are some cute students. I like them very much. They ask very basic questions. I like basic questions, but there are some very cute students. They will ask a question which is her and my discussion, but still she will ask here. Those are so cute students. I like them very much. One of the complex condition may be autism spectrum disorder, right? So in autism spectrum disorder, one of the very important page, okay, you will see is what are the tips. You know, what is the problem with autism spectrum disorder? The victim is the child. Okay. And the child suffers a lot, unable to make friends, unable to gel with people, has a lot of difficulty in social interaction and all those things. Okay. That affects many times. That affects many times. Uh, we will have that separate chapter. Okay. Today we are just having fun game. Okay. As a revision game today. Okay. We will have that chapter here. So in autism spectrum disorder, the problem is that the child suffers a lot. Okay, I'm going to disable this or at least hide ads from my side. Yeah, so that I get focused. So the child has difficult interaction, difficulty in psychological processing, difficulty in growth. It affects the self-esteem. It affects how to form the relationship, how to make friends, all those things. Okay. So you cannot tell the child to do something special, right? What you need to do is you need to tell the parents what they should tell, okay, to the friends of the child. Okay. What is the problem? There is one child and interaction with other friends is difficult. Okay. So you cannot change this child probably. Okay. You need to change the behavior or the reaction of other children, right? So as a parent, what you should do? So there are 31 tips given in the book. Who will tell me what is the page number? Very good. Write down the page number in the chat. Very good. 30 ways, right? So there are 30 ways. As a counselor, you will tell the parents that you as a parents of an autistic child, you need to tell to the friend circle group. This friend circle may be in the school, in the society, in the apartment building where you live, or including it may be teachers also, right? But be careful with the teachers, I tell you. Okay. Now, so what are those things? You read that. Today, everyone, after this class is over, okay, you will read this. Okay. And the most difficult part for an autistic parent is what next? They don't know what to do, right? You may tell them, okay, how you manage the child, you change your parenting. That is not sufficient. What you need is you need to change the interaction of other children with these particular children, right? And that is what is missing by the counselors, right? And that is something you will learn in the book. Okay. We will have one of the session with Karthikeni ma'am, who is one of our mentor, and she has a specialization in special children and autism and all. Okay. So Karthikeni ma'am takes one Thursday sessions. Those who enroll for the Thursday classes, those Thursday classes we have on child assessment tools, right? So you learn 3 types of assessment tools. It is not a part of this program, not a part of Monday program. So Thursday program is a separate. You learn 3 types of assessment tools: neurological assessment, psychological assessment, and physical growth assessment. Okay, for the child ranging from 1 month to 12 years, right? Now, this is a one difficult condition, what you need to read on your own. Okay, we will have that class also by Karthikini ma'am. But these 30 things, 30 tips, which you should tell to the parent, so that these parents tell to the friends of this autistic child. Okay, so that this child is accepted by the friends, accepted by the society, accommodated by the other children, so that this child doesn't feel left. Okay, remember that autism is not a disease. Okay, it is not a cancer, it is not a HIV. Okay, you don't want to get rid of that child, right? The child will survive normally, but the child has difficulty interacting with social. Maybe 5% of the present class or 2% may also be autistic, but you have grown into adult. You may had your turbulent time with other children and your spouse also, right? But it's okay, right? So when you read the chapter, now you are a grown adult, you can diagnose yourself, yes, sir, I was autistic. Don't worry. The another difficult chapter, okay, is schizophrenia, right? I always tell to my students and including my counselors. So there are 60 counselors, those who work in my team, okay, full time. I tell them, whenever you get a schizophrenia client, okay, your actual clients are going to be relatives. What is the problem with the schizophrenia? Right? So everything is happening with the client, but the client says I'm normal and everyone else is psycho, right? That is the problem. How to identify schizophrenia? There is one chapter. Just relax. If you are not able to get, this is a kind of a revision, you can say, or this is a kind of a, how to read the book in 1 hour, okay, or the difficult chapters. So if you're not able to get, you will understand over the few weeks. Once you read the book and once you attend more classes, okay, relax. So in schizophrenia, there are all the symptoms, and all those symptoms, they are visible to relatives, right? And if you ask the client, do you think, yeah, very good, you have studied, very good. So do you think that, do you have these symptoms? Or do you think that your relatives are truthful about you? So the client will say, no, I am completely normal. Okay. And that is a diagnosis of schizophrenia. If someone is behaving all those symptoms, what these people have written, okay. And if you ask a question, do you think that you have these symptoms? And the client says, yes, it means it is not schizophrenia, right? And if the client says, it may be poisoning or something else, right? And if the client says, no, I'm completely normal, you all are hopeless people, and you all are, not hopeless, this is my word. So you all are psychotic people and all the relatives are lying, then the diagnosis is schizophrenia. Okay. So the problem with the schizophrenia clients is that they do not know that they need help. They do not know that they are the patient. They think they are living a normal life and they believe what is happening with them. That is the problem with schizophrenia. They are trapped in the mirror, right? Someone asked, I didn't understand the mirror. Okay. So read that story again with the perspective of schizophrenia client. Okay. So in schizophrenia, your real clients are clients, not your relative, right? Clients, relatives. Okay. Because you need to tell them how to cope up with this psychotic client, hallucinating client, delusion client. Because the relatives, they go through anxiety, stress, depression, all the emotional turbulence because of this one monster, right? And this monster stays in the head of a schizophrenic client, right? So you need to tell them. what they should do and how to cope up. Typically, a schizophrenia client is better managed by a psychiatrist. Okay. As a counselor, only if it is controlled schizophrenia and the patient is under medication, then only you should take up the client, because you may ruin up your own emotional balance while managing this client. So you should identify that the relatives are the actual, those who need help. Okay. Then one more client I always tell to my students, okay, you should avoid is suicidal. Okay, right? You need to be careful, because if you're not careful, you will lose one life. And there are relatives and police authorities who are sitting to catch you. You will get entrapped in medical legal liability. You don't want that. Okay. So, if you have a major depression client, and as soon as you identify that there is a risk of suicide, you inform the relatives immediately. You WhatsApp to the relatives and call that you take up the client to a nearest hospital or a center which has the facility to prevent this. Okay, you will not be able to do that, right? Because if you miss out doing that, okay, and the client commits suicide, the relatives may put you for a legal liability. You don't want that, right? And especially in the initial days of your career, you want easy clients, so that when the client appreciates you, you feel motivated, you feel inspired, right? So don't take up difficult clients. Difficult clients, you can give it to send them to psychiatrist, or you can send them to someone else. Okay. Most of the clients, good question, Usha. Most of the clients, those who come to us, they are normal actually. They are comfortable to be managed. Okay. So most of the clients, they come to us are anxious, stress, eating disorder, then relationship issues, betrayals, then trust issues, emotional traumas, all those type of clients they come. Okay. Now in psychology, there are two aspects. Okay. One stream is counseling, where you talk to the client. You tell the client what are the things you should do. Heartbroken. So what are the things you should, soul broken, heartbroken, they come. What are the things you should do? And you listen to them because they don't have anyone to talk. Okay. You give them some tips. Okay. You become their friend, not a personal friend, but a professional friend who's charging them fees. And you help them by counseling. Okay, that is one psychology counseling. Second is psychotherapy. So in psychotherapy, what you do, you use certain techniques. Okay, and you find out what is the root cause of their emotional trauma. You try to heal their emotional trauma. You try to replace the traumatic memory, right? You erase the traumatic memory. There are some advanced techniques for that. So psychotherapy program is also available. If you are interested, you can WhatsApp me. If you are interested, you can read the details of the psychotherapy program in generalized anxiety disorder and PTSD chapters. Okay, PTSD very difficult to treat, right? You agree? So patient has a flashbacks, nightmares, all those things. So how to heal the broken heart, broken soul, flashbacks, nightmares, traumatic memories, everything is covered in psychotherapy. In psychotherapy, there are two aspects. One is cognitive behavior therapy. Okay. Second is subcognitive behavior therapy. Cognitive means cognition, means conscious mind. Okay. Subcognitive means subconscious mind. Subcognitive behavior therapy. In conscious, when you are using cognitive behavior therapy, you need a cooperated client. You need a cooperative client, motivated. You may give them some worksheets, you may give them some assignment, so they should be able to do that. But most of the emotional turbulent client, they are not cooperative. If you tell them, okay, this assignment now, you go do it tomorrow and come back to me. The client will say, yes, ma'am, I will definitely do, and never come back again. Get out, block your number, right? So that is a problem. Okay, so 1 out of 1,000 client may do your assignment and worksheets. So what is the solution? You remove the cognitive function. You work at the subconscious level or subcognitive level. So there, in psychotherapy program with us, you learn both the things, CBT as well as subcognitive behavior therapy. Okay. This is our copyright program, not available outside. The techniques are also copyrighted. So you read GAD and PTSD chapter. Okay. If that clicks to you, you know what to do. WhatsApp me. Yeah. And what is my time? Monday to Friday, 1 to 5 p.m. No calls, no WhatsApp after 5 p.m. unless there is no unless. Okay. If you are emergency, you should visit a nearest hospital. Okay. So, sir, I have urgent request. Yes, tell me what do you want? Sir, when is my exam? Yeah. Next year. It is next year now because you WhatsApp me 2 a.m. in the morning. Okay. So, and if you get so much anxious, then read the book. Simple technique. Breathe. Okay. So there are 3 breathing techniques I have taught in the book. Number 1 is 4-4. Number 2 is 3-5-2. Number 3 is 4-6-4-4-6. Okay, 4-4-6. Right? So simple breathing technique you can do. We will cover those techniques in one of the class. Okay, I will take one of the class and that is, or maybe today also we can cover. Yeah. All those techniques which you are asking, Rakhi, they are not part of this present syllabus which you are taken. They are part of another program called psychotherapy. So 15 minutes before we start the exam brief. You are enjoying today's session? If you are enjoying, yes, we can repair the broken soul also. Why the soul is broken? Because someone gets betrayed. Okay. And okay, now please stop writing. Please stop, pause for a few seconds. How do you store your betrayal? How do you store your emotional trauma? Is it inside your heart? Yes, probably. Okay. So just for fun. So there were some crazy cardiologists. What they did is, everyone says when you have a broken relationship or you have a demise of someone, grief, you have a broken heart. So there were some crazy cardiologists. They did, hey, stop writing. Focus now. So they did a very interesting experiment. So they did echo, 2D echo of all the broken heart people. And they found out, seriously, in 2D echo also, it is visible that the structure of the heart has changed. So your heart does not break, okay, in your words, it breaks really also. It affects your cardiac function also. Yeah, it is true story. Okay, if you have a heart broken, go do a 2D echo tomorrow only, and you may find out that your heart is really broken. Yeah, and if it is there, there is no replacement for the broken heart. Okay, but there is a replacement for broken things. Okay, now how do you store your betrayals, emotional trauma? Yeah, some of you got very serious. Don't worry. So present, whichever spouse you got will also still keep you happy. Don't worry. Okay. So now, now, how do you store your emotional traumas? Okay, you store them in the form of memories. Memories are stored in the form of pictures, photos, photographs, right? Images. That's why in nightmare, right? You don't read a statement that you are drowning is happening with you. You don't read. Nightmare happens with a picture, visualization. Okay. And these pictures, they are stored in the form of, I'm writing the spelling so that those who are from non-medical background, they know what I'm talking. Synapses. So what are the synapses? So there are neurons in the brain. Okay. In the brain, one neuron communicates with another neuron through synapse. Okay. It is a neurochemical junction through which brain communicates. And when you have certain emotional trauma, there are different types of synapses which are formed. Okay. When you heal these emotional traumas, okay, through psychotherapy techniques, only with us, not outside. I challenge you. If you find those techniques outside, I will pay you 1 lakh reward plus the fees of that program. Yeah, recorded. And so when you heal those through the psychotherapy techniques which we teach you, right, these synapses are broken. The new synapses are formed. Okay. If you have certain habits of not trusting people, you have relationship issues, you have certain fears because you had certain emotional trauma in your life, and there are certain synapses, certain pathways which are formed. And now to create a new habit, new memories, we cut those synapses and form the new synapses. It is called neuroplasticity. Okay. And neuroplasticity is a very important thing, which is a part of psychotherapy program with us. Okay. You are enjoying the session of the revision for today. You are getting how to read the book. You are liking it. Is it exciting you? Is it generating interest? Very good. Very good. So those who are not replying, they are maybe busy with something else. Try to pay attention because you don't want to call yourself ADSD. What these ADHD people do, they focus on many things at a time, right? So they don't have attention focusing in the class. So if you're all those people, those who are not focusing in the class and roaming around thinking something and doing something else and watching your YouTube reels or Instagram reels along with this class or doing something else, right? You know what is your diagnosis. What is the page number of ADHD chapter? Oh my God, I reached the diagnosis of ADHD 120 page. Okay, read the page and find out that you are the one who has ADHD. But still, you are not hopeless. Don't worry. If you are hopeless, I will tell you you are hopeless. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Oh, this is an interesting story. I forgot. Are you a potato, egg, or a coffee bean? Wow. Okay. I do not know what is the story. I forgot. I have a memory lapse because I was on vacation for 1 month. Okay. Right. So, Mills interacting with all of you. And there were some students like, so we are missing your class. When are you going to take it? I'm like, yeah. I'm unable to talk. That's why there is a pause. So I had the vocal cord paralysis. So that's why I was on pause for a few days. Because half the words I was saying, you were not able to understand what I'm speaking. And then someone wrote, sir, this, what are you talking gibberish? I said, yeah, actually I'm sounding gibberish. Then I went to a doctor and found out, oh my God, it's a vocal cord paralysis. So it's okay, not to worry, but I enjoyed the journey. Okay, now bipolar disorder. Okay, if you are the person right here in the chart, stop doing anything. I will ask you a very interesting question. You keep a DP, WhatsApp DP, WhatsApp, okay, for a few days, and you get angry on someone and you remove your DP for a few days. If you are that person, your diagnosis is page number 187. Okay, right? I do not understand the concept, right? Extreme mood swings. Okay. So before anyone interacts with you, I have my rule, my privacy setting. I respect your privacy, but you have to say my number first, right? As a respect. And you have to keep some DP. If you don't want to keep your own DP, keep something. But there are still people, those who like remove the DP because it's my privacy setting and they keep intimate photos in the WhatsApp status. I do not understand that part. Yeah, they put intimate photos in the Instagram. Everyone is saying that. Yeah, they want to show that they are going through a downward phase, their mood is bad, that's why DP is gone. Then they will put very cheerful, some photographic photo shoot DP to show that they are so happy in their life. So you are page number 187, right? Confirmed. Page number 197, Secret to Happiness is no shirt. We will do that in November. We already did for previous batch. So it will be repetition for the new batch when the previous batch is out. We do that. Yeah. Then comes the depression. So what are the things in depression you will have? Okay. Bipolar disorder, minor depression, major depression, postpartum blue. Okay. If you are a gynecologist, or if you are associated with a gynecologist, or you are a general practitioner, right? Or you are a counselor, try to align with gynecologist. Visit 10 hospitals of gynecologists. Ask them, ma'am, do you have postpartum blues? Right? I want to help them. Right? That gynecologist will welcome you. She will say, yeah, there are so many people, so many women going through. You also might have gone through. So because it happens because of hormonal changes, all those things, right? So need to you need to educate the relatives as well as the client, the mother. Okay. Page number 225. This is interesting, all the tips. So all those people, those who are going through minor depression, including the postpartum blues, postpartum depression, PPD, you can give these tips to them. Okay, all those tips, they are really useful. Okay. Now, someone said that page number 15 or 13 is a letter to mentor, letter to author. Page number 231 is you write your heart. When are you going to do that? I'm still waiting. Huh? And those all previous batch students, those who are not done, your exam is so near. Okay. So you have to do that. If you do that, I feel good. Yeah. If you send a letter, you don't need to post. You need to write in the book and you need to take a photo and send it to me. And if you send a video feedback, much more appreciable, right? If you take a video feedback, you start with your name, with your qualification, your career journey, okay? Whatever career journey maybe you had. If you failed in your life, mention it. If you have been always successful, mention it. If you had ups and downs, mention it. Not only life, career, but also mention about your education journey and personal life. Okay. If you were driven away from your career or passion, right, or your dream because of certain circumstances of family, mention that. And how you came back with the help of NSCA courses, with psychology counseling, mention that, right? Show the book, okay, in your video. Okay, not the child book because that is external book. This is our internal book. You can show this and talk about what you learned from this book. 6 components. Okay, all those 6 components for each of the emotional turbulence condition. Do that. Don't wait. So one day will come, I will wake up and I will get free from my life and I will have a freedom from all those things and I will do something. Don't wait. Make video today. Okay. And don't be perfectionist. All those people, those who think, sir, I will make a perfect video. I reply to them very politely. You will never do it next 100 days. Yeah. Don't wait for perfectionist. Don't be perfectionism. Okay. Just do it. You do your video. Okay. If you want to do something, you know what is this meaning? Yeah, understood. So if you want to do, okay, so make a video. It has to be natural. You will do some mistake. Okay, I don't want perfection. Okay, completely acceptable. Talk what you want to talk to me as if you are talking to me. Okay, when you read the book, have you noticed that it feels like author is talking to you, right? Have you noticed? If you noticed that, write down yes. Yeah, author talks to you. Yeah. So it feels that author is talking to you. So likewise, if you want to appreciate your mentor, if you want to appreciate other speakers, other mentors, if you want to appreciate the author, right, or the organization or the course, make a video that you are talking to me on a call, on a video call, right? You may pause, you may do mistake, it's okay. Make single thing, right? Make it a long video, 2 to 5 minutes or 10 minutes video, right? Don't make a shorts video, right? Okay, it will inspire others from your journey. Others will be inspired. Gift of listening and assurance. Wow. Okay. Do you have that? If you have that, it's good. Yeah. And that's why probably you are trying to explore whether you are on. So then there are some eating disorders. Yeah. The life continues with all those eating disorders. Typically, adolescent girls, they come with eating disorders and everything. Good, interesting cases you should manage along with the psychiatrist. But these eating disorder girls, they will not go to psychiatrist. So you are the only one they will help. Okay. And if their mother tells this adolescent girl that, okay, I will take you counselor, she will get afraid. She will not come. So you have to tell, I'm your friend. Okay. Don't treat me as a counselor. Yeah. OCD. This is the best disease you should have actually. Okay. Many of the successful people of the world, those who started their own company, they had OCD. Okay. If you have the OCD, it's good. Write down that I have OCD. Yep. Yeah. I have OCD. Very good. So you can utilize your OCD, all those people. Yeah, little bit. Okay, nice. So if you have OCD, you can utilize it for doing good things. It means you are obsessed for systematic things in your life. You can find a job role that leads to that. Okay. You can get involved in some artwork, painting, music, writing, okay, or teaching. Yeah. Or maybe a supervisory role or organizational roles. Okay. all those things. So many of the creators, they have OCD, right? Who would like, okay, which are the examples, famous people, those who had OCD? Okay, more, start writing. Actors, they don't count as a famous, someone born in the family of actor and become an actor. What is this stupidity? Yes, the creators, those who come from the zero, they became something. Okay. Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Einstein, Leonardo, and all that. Okay. Right. Me, very good. I like that answer. Okay. So I asked who are the famous people who had OCD. If you're writing me, myself, wow, that's good answer. I like you very much. So you aspire to become famous. That's good. Good aspiration. Okay, if you are trying to do so many things at a time, your diagnosis most likely ADHD. Huh. But you should not diagnose yourself. Very good, Amit. Good diagnosis. But you should not diagnose just with the one symptom. We will have a ADHD class, and I will give you some examples, and you will find that you cannot judge ADHD just from external symptoms. Okay, you may see that someone is hyperactive and outgoing and extrovert, but still not a ADHD, and someone may seemingly to be introvert may have ADHD. Okay, ADHD are good people. So there are so many people, those who have self-diagnosed themselves ADHD, and they're asking, sir, what do you think about ADHD? So yes, they are good people. Can be successful if they focus. Yeah. So you should not. Okay, that's good. Overdiagnosis, analysis, toxic. Yes, very good. Okay. Then comes the chapter of all the hopeless people, schizophrenia. Okay. So if I call you hopeless, either through call or on WhatsApp, so my polite word for schizophrenia is hopeless. So don't worry, right? So, and if you say, no, sir, I don't have schizophrenia, it means the diagnosis is confirmed, because that is a diagnostic of schizophrenia. Actually, you read in the symptoms, how do you diagnose schizophrenia, right? If someone says, yeah, I'm aware of my conditions, I have this problem, so definitely you don't have schizophrenia. Okay, because you know what you have. And someone who says, no, I don't have this disease. So how do you play a game with your spouse? So read out some symptoms today. Okay, ask your spouse, do you have these conditions? Obviously, he will say, or she, in case of Arun and Prasad, she will say no. In case of all others, no, she. So you ask those questions. Hey, do you have this condition? And if he or she says no, then you say that is a confirmation of diagnosis of schizophrenia. Because if you had schizophrenia, then you say no only. Okay. And next day, then come for marriage counseling. Then you WhatsApp me, sir, now today onwards, I need marriage counseling. So can you allocate one marriage counselor? I will say, yeah, I will allocate one marriage counselor. Okay. But what is happening in the marriage counseling? All the marriage counselors in the market, they are talking from their own wisdom. They watch some Saas Bahu serial on the TV and they talk how to fight with your Saas very well. Or they talk from their own broken marriage. They say, yeah, I also had that stupid husband, narcissistic. But I tell you how I dealt with it. Hey, what do you deal with it? He divorced you, love died because you were actually narcissistic. He was not narcissistic. So actual marriage counselors, what you should do, what NSTS students do. So when you are a NSTS certified marriage counselor, you learn scientific relationship test. Okay, there are 20 relationship tests in our syllabus. These are our copyright material, not available outside. Okay, we have written on the website. If you find it outside, 1 lakh reward. So this relationship test, there are relationship tests for respect, trust, anger, stonewalling, criticism, compatibility, love, all those things. Yeah, compatibility also. You should not do it after marriage, do it before marriage. Yeah. And so all those relationship tests, they help you identify what is the problem with the couple. Okay, very scientific, right? And then there are 120 couple activities to solve the problem, right? That's how you become a good marriage counselor. So most of the lawyers and most of the marriage counselors from the court, they are our certified students. Okay. Yes, all the basic essence of relationship. Good. Okay. Then comes the last part, personality disorder. So most of you might have called your spouse, you are a narcissist, and the spouse is thinking actually you are the narcissistic. So one who does not say that you are a narcissist is not the narcissist. Okay, so now you know who is narcissist between your relationship. Yeah, that's so confusing what I said, but those who are the victim of narcissist spouse, they know what is their condition. So all these personality disorders, this chapter. So whenever you read the chapter of personality disorder, very good. So when you read the chapter of personality disorder, so I know someone is afraid to write down because his wife is watching him, so he's not writing anything. So all those people, when you read personality disorder, imagine your spouse is there, okay, and you will enjoy this chapter. I'm hearing something which you are not hearing, so ignore that part. Yeah, very good. Then there are some sleep wake disorders. Okay, that is, yeah, done. The book is done. Okay, so all the book you can apply. Okay, with your clients, with your husband, with your children, and with you own. So stop doing that. Apply the book only on the clients. Okay, so you finish the book exactly in 1 hour. That's why I'm telling you finish the book in 1 month. Okay. Now we start the exam brief. If anyone has a question, hold it in your heart, write down in your paper. Do not WhatsApp me now. Take a deep breath and WhatsApp tomorrow, 1 to 5 p.m. And to control your anxiety, if you cannot control, sir, I need to ask you urgently. Yeah, what is it, beta? What do you want to ask? Sir, actually, I have a doubt. Yeah, yeah. Tell me what is your doubt. And some doubt which I say that I do not know the answer. Go Google yourself. Okay. So also when is the exam? So don't be like that kindergarten student. Okay. So how to control your anxiety if you have that? Because in the book there are certain things that creates your anxiety, excitement. So I want to know this next step, how it is done. Yeah, it is happening with you. So write down if it is happening with you. Yes, happening with you. That when you read the book, at some places you get excited to know further thing. It creates so much thirst you cannot wait. You urgently you want answer. Okay. So I know you, all of you crazy people, that you are going to do that. You will WhatsApp me in the middle of night. And to save my marriage, I have devised a protocol for that. I have written in that chapter itself. Do not WhatsApp, do not call me. Wait. Take a deep breath. Everyone sit down comfortably, have a back supported, feet supported. Okay, and take a deep breath. So I will count for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You will exhale. Okay. When you breathe in with your nose, your stomach should come out. Okay. And when you breathe out, you should breathe out with your mouth. And your stomach should go in. Okay. So breathe in, stomach out. Okay. Do not do the reverse. So ADHD, confirmed diagnosis. Breathe in. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone reset, all do together. Keep your back straight, legs, feet supported. Yeah. Smile on your face, happiness in your heart. Even if you are married, there is always a reason to be happy. Did I say X? It's all about you, not me. I'm married. Happy. I mean, so breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Every day you do this for 10 times, any time of the day. Do not worry. 24 hours in the middle of the night, you can do this. Right? Whenever you have anything, okay, you can do this. This calms your mind. It works by deactivating sympathetic system and activating parasympathetic system and releasing the anti-stress hormones. Okay. Breathe in, stomach should come out. Reverse, Shilpi, my dear. You said reverse. Okay. we end this class. All those people who wish to enjoy it, write down if you enjoyed. Okay. There is all those people who want to know about the August exam, old students, okay, those who woke up this month. Sir, when is my exam? So all those people, now August is the exam, right? If you are confused, you are for which exam, you can WhatsApp me tomorrow. Okay. Any student, even if you have exam for 6 months after, 1 year after, doesn't matter. You can continue to attend this session now. I'm going to continue this. Okay.